How rich is Tayshia Adams? In this episode, we are breaking down everything we know about Tayshia's money moves. First, a recap. Tayshia was the runner-up on Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor. After losing out in the finale, Tayshia appeared on Bachelor in Paradise Season 6, where she dated fellow contestant John Paul Jones. They split up before the show's finale, but rekindled their relationship after the show finished filming, dating a few weeks before they officially called it quits in October 2019. In 2020, Tayshia became the Bachelorette on Season 16 after Clare Crawley ran off into the sunset with Dale Moss. Tayshia ended up choosing Zac Clark, and they were engaged to be married but split up in November 2021. Now that we have a recap of Tayshia's reality TV background, let's talk about how much money Tayshia is making. Her job before reality TV fame. Before Tayshia showed up on The Bachelor, she was a practicing phlebotomist, meaning she drew people's blood for a living. According to the internet, phlebotomists make about $40,000 a year, but Tayshia changed fields post-fame and became an interior designer, which according to the internet has an average salary of around $60,000. So it's safe to say that before Tayshia really hit it big, her annual income would have been about under $100,000. Bachelor in Paradise. While Tayshia didn't earn any money for The Bachelor, because as a reminder, contestants don't get paid, she did earn money for Season 6 of Bachelor in Paradise. Salaries for Bachelor in Paradise contestants can vary. Some get paid per day that they're there, and some get paid per episode that they're on, while others get paid a flat rate. Tayshia hasn't confirmed her exact paycheck, but based on what the other contestants have said that they've earned, it's safe to say she would have earned between $7,000 and $15,000 total. Not bad for a summer vacation. The Bachelorette. Tayshia has always made it known that she would love to be the next Bachelorette, so it was very exciting when she became the lead on the show after Clare. But it begged the question, did ABC pay both Tayshia and Clare for the season, or did they have to split the salary 50-50? A Bachelorette typically makes about $100,000, but ABC has never been in a position before where they had to have two Bachelorettes in the same season. So we don't know if ABC would have made them split the salary or if they both would have received full salaries, which does make sense due to the higher risk of filming during a pandemic. Former Bachelorette Emily Maynard reportedly made $250,000 for her salary, and my spidey senses tell me that Clare and Tayshia both received full salaries, and I'm pretty sure Tayshia would have negotiated a higher salary considering ABC was desperate to get a replacement for Clare and to salvage the remaining season. On top of finding a Bachelorette that the audience would love enough to keep watching the season, they would also have to find a Bachelorette willing to take on the higher risks associated with filming during the pandemic. We think if Emily could negotiate $250,000 for her season, Tayshia should have been able to negotiate at least the same. Co-hosting The Bachelorette. Once Chris Harrison decided to leave the Bachelor franchise, Tayshia and Kaitlyn Bristowe were called in to be the co-hosts of Katie Thurston's Season 17 of The Bachelorette. The pair was then brought back to take Michelle Young through her journey on Season 18 of The Bachelorette. So what does that mean? Big money, baby. We know Chris Harrison made an annual salary of $8 million. However, he did earn that after hosting the show for almost 20 years. Stepping into Chris's hosting shoes wouldn't have been easy. You need the right chemistry and audience appeal, so we think Tayshia and Kaitlyn would have been in a very good negotiating position when they were asked to host. Since The Bachelorette typically makes about $100,000, it's safe to assume that the host would get paid more than the lead. Again, if we use Emily Maynard as the benchmark and she was paid $250,000 as the Bachelorette, we think at least Tayshia could have negotiated that much as host, but we have a feeling it was much more. Podcast host. Being a fan favorite, Tayshia became a co-host for Clickbait and Bachelor Happy Hour. Salaries aren't known, but podcasts are a very lucrative business. Podcast ad spending is a $500 million industry, so while we don't know the exact figures, it's safe to assume Tayshia would have been compensated well as one of the hosts. Tayshia recently announced she was stepping away as co-host of both shows. We think Tayshia would have been able to pull in about the same amount as she could pull in as an Instagram influencer. Instagram sponsored content. This is where we think Tayshia is killing it for her ongoing income. Like so many Bachelor Nation alumni, Tayshia is cashing in on her fame with a ton of sponsored content on Instagram. It's unclear exactly how much she's making, but influencers typically earn several $1,000s per post. Plus, Tayshia's been working with major brands, who we assume aren't cheap, like Nivea, Conair, Smirnoff, and even Secret Deodorant. It's also worth mentioning that Tayshia is an ambassador for several A-list brands like Maybelline and Fabletics. While being an ambassador for a brand seems a little different than a straight-up one-off ad post, it can be assumed that Tayshia is cashing a check or several for the content she makes showing the brand's products. Currently, Tayshia has 1.8 million followers on Instagram, and according to industry standard rates, celebrities with over 1 million followers can charge at least $10,000 per post. And again, that's just for posting. Since Tayshia is also an ambassador for certain high-profile brands, it's safe to assume she could pull in an annual income of $100,000 at least. Brand collections. In case you missed it, Tayshia recently launched her first collection with a clothing brand. How these brand deals work is the celebrity earns money for promoting the line, for licensing out their name to the brand to use, and a flat brand ambassador fee along with a percentage of sales. So Tayshia would have her minimum fee negotiated here, but if her collection does really well, her earning potential could be endless as long as the collection continues to sell. Commercials. Tayshia has starred in at least 2 Hyundai commercials, which featured other notables from Disney brands. Needless to say, these commercials come with a hefty payday for celebrities. Typically, commercials not only pay actors for the shooting days, but there's usually an ongoing royalty check every time the commercial airs. So that means, hello passive income. Some controversy. Thanks to a recent controversy, we now have further details on Tayshia's business matters. We now know she has a company called Tayshia Adams Media LLC. In 2021, she applied for a payroll protection loan for her company in the amount of $20,833. The loan was approved. The weird thing about her loan is that she only reported one job, meaning she only had one employee, most likely herself. When the news broke, Tayshia's rep issued a statement to the media that read, "The primary purpose of the Paycheck Protection Program loan is to help business owners retain their existing employees and to create jobs for Americans who are financially impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic." As a business owner, television and podcast host, and brand ambassador, Tayshia obtained a PPP loan that enabled her to hire an employee to whom she offers market-based pay and benefits. Since exhausting the loan funds, and in light of the growing economy, Tayshia has committed to retaining her employee for the foreseeable future. So what is a PPP loan? These loans are designated to help businesses get through difficult times. On their official website, it states, companies and nonprofit organizations that receive PPP loans may have the loans forgiven if they meet certain criteria, including not laying off employees during the defined period covered by the loan. Applicants must attest in their application that the loans are necessary for their continuing operation. Many businesses apply for these types of loans during the COVID-19 pandemic, as the pandemic left restaurants, movie theaters, stores, and many more unable to conduct regular business. It's not clear right now how the pandemic affected Tayshia's business, as most of her influencing takes place online. Her total net worth. So what is Tayshia's total net worth? From her multiple Bachelorette paychecks to those lucrative sponsor brand deals, our best estimate is her net worth falls somewhere between $1 to $5 million. Way to go, Tayshia. Bachelor Nation, let us know what you think of Tayshia's money moves, and don't forget to subscribe to her channel for more exclusive content. Thanks for watching.